Hey, how's it going, everyone? Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group. This is the 17th of August edition. If you're just joining us, may I just remind you that I am the CEO of the Hwanseung Group. Okay, we are primarily based on executive business English, which is my cash cow at the moment. We're going to be branching into headhunting. Okay, Hwanseung headhunting, transfer headhunting there. We're also moving into finance, Hwanseung Kumyung. Okay, and then also we're going to go into real estate there eventually within 5 to 10 years. It's my ultimate goal. Join me on my journey. Okay, for this one here. May I just remind you that I like to keep all my contents fresh, no fancy editing. I'm just giving you the top issues, the hot issues straight from the media sources here. Okay, this is all one take. This is no script. Okay, and I do my best. You will find that I will have some errors, and I might have some time fillers and every now and then. But yeah, that's the beauty of broadcasting live, guys. Broadcasting in one take. Okay, well, let's go get into the first headline here, guys. So the first one here is we can see that the Korea has unveiled a 5-year plan to attract 300,000 foreign students. Okay, and these foreign students here are needed for Korea because we have a dwindling population. We have a dwindling population here, so reduced student numbers mean reduced student fees, and means less income for the universities. A lot of universities are actually closing down or merging with others. Okay, and again, this is to try and increase the if the foreign students, if they can immerse themselves well in society, I guess the ultimate goal is to have them, marry into Korea. Either marrying people from from other countries in Korea, or marrying Koreans as well. So yes, it's the Study Korea 300 project. And what they're allowed to do is actually work. I think it's about 15 hours a week. They can work part-time as well. So I remember a couple of weeks ago I talked about having foreign nannies. Is that something that female foreign students could get into there as a way of supplementing their studies in Korea? I've seen a lot of Southeast Asians who are working in restaurants here. To be honest, the best kimbap I've ever had, the best Korean sushi I've ever had was made by a Vietnamese part-time worker. Can you believe it? A Vietnamese part-time worker made the best kimbap for me. It was packed full of veggies. It was full of nice sausage as well, and ham. And I tell you what, all those carrots that were included in there, I swear I could see the Namsan Tower just like crystal clear. Okay, it was amazing. It was amazing. And they're very good. They're very polite. In most cases, are the ones that I've encountered. They're very polite and hardworking there. So I really hope this project, Study Korea 300,000, is successful to bring in extra foreign students there, because they are a cash cow. To be honest, it's a cash cow for the universities there. So we need them. We need them to maintain the revenues for the universities and hopefully immerse and integrate into the local culture and the local in our country. Nice and smoothly there. Okay, in the interest of increasing our population. Okay, now this next one here, guys, is the Seoul unveils the logo for the Seoul My Seoul slogan. Okay, as you remember, the last slogan was I Seoul You, made by Hwanseung, the last mayor, and I wasn't really a fan of that, considering the amount of money they spent on brainstorming and selecting a winner. This one here, again, it's not bad. To be honest, it's not bad, but I think there could be a lot more thought process. You're probably saying, "Hey, Paul, why didn't you come up with one?" Well, I didn't really consider that, and I didn't really feel that I had the time to submit an entry there. But for what it is, compared to the last one, it's better. It's nice and colorful there. What does Seoul mean for you? If you're a Korean watching this, if you're a foreigner watching this, and you've got an interest in Seoul, you're perhaps living here already. Is Seoul your soul? Okay, is Seoul your soul? For me, it is. I've been here 15 years, okay, and I'm married to a Korean, original Korean here. I've got 2 beautiful daughters as well, and I can say that approaching half of my life living overseas is something that it hasn't been easy. It's been a challenge, but I've always done my best to overcome it. I've tasted the bottom before. I have run out of money before in my life over here when I picked the wrong career decision. But I learned from my mistakes, and there's nobody to help you. There's nobody to help you. You got to do it by yourself. You got to do it by yourself over here. And if you're not strong enough, then I'm sorry, Korea might not be for you, because no one else is gonna step in and help your problems that easily. Don't expect a free lunch. Okay, that's for sure. Don't expect a free lunch in Korea, because it is a tough world out there. Every day you got to hustle. Every day you got to hustle for that one there. Okay, Seoul, my soul. Let me know what you think about it in the contents below. Okay. All right. The next one here, guys, is Binggrae. Okay, Binggrae has becomes a hot seller overseas. Okay, Binggrae, you might have seen in Korean dramas. Okay, it's called the Melona bar. It's a melon-flavored ice cream, creamy ice cream. Very, very popular in Korea, and it's been around since 1992. Okay, the history of it there, and yeah, they had first half sales of 77.5 billion won. That's about 58 million US dollars in overseas markets. That's just overseas markets for the first half of the year. That's a 27% increase from from a year ago there. So very, very popular. But the success lies in this: they've localized the flavor overseas. They've localized the flavor overseas there. They've got here strawberry, mango, coconut, taro, toran, okay, and pistachio there. Can you imagine eating a taro or a pistachio a Melona bar? Okay, I'll tell you one of the best ones I had. It was climbing Achasan, the first and only time I've done hiking in Korea. Even though Korea is full of beautiful mountains to hike in your leisure time there was a man we called the ice cakey man, ice cream man on the top of the summit, and he hauled up this big box of frozen ice cream in makgeolli, and he was selling it for 1,000 won. I was hot, I was thirsty, and boy, believe you me, it was the best ice cream in my life. If you've been hiking for like 40-50 minutes there, and you get up to the summit and you get a nice cold Melona bar, that is heaven. That is sheer heaven. I guess the second one might be like a cold draft beer, with some fried chicken in Korea, but yeah. Definitely, Melona bar after some good strenuous exercise, it just goes down a treat. Do you like Melona bar? Melona? It's you've probably seen or heard of it there if you've visited Korea. It is right up there with the banana milk, okay, banana uyu, which is another popular item that foreigners who come to Korea they actively seek out as soon as they arrive. I've had some friends as soon as they arrived at Incheon Airport. They've gone to the local convenience store and sought out the milk. Melona is another one that's being done there as well. Okay, now let's go on, guys. Plant-based milk is starting to take off in Korea. Okay, plant-based milk grows strong as innovation ramps up. Now, I'm not going to take sides, but the research that I've done is that, guys, plant-based milk is not actually milk. It doesn't actually have almonds. It doesn't have, oats and this kind of thing. It's full of palm oil, sugar, and fats coming there. So I'm just going to share this YouTube with you there. People are saying it's good for you. Okay, some people in Korea, we have got the some Asian genes which are susceptible to lactose intolerance. Okay, but that's funny because some people who are lactose intolerant, they can't drink milk. They can't eat ice cream, but they can digest cheese. So is it because the cheese is fermented and that's why? I'm not sure, but it's always been a very curious thing for me there. But take a look at this, guys. Is almond milk really almond milk? Let's take a look, guys. Here we go.
There's no almonds in the almond milk you're drinking every day. Heck, there's no peas in the pea milk, oats in the oat milk. Look at the ingredients. It's all sunflower oil, gums, gels, emulsifiers. In fact, in a 1 to 8 ounce cup of almond milk, there's about 6 to 8 almonds. That's it. The rest is the oils and the emulsifiers. And if you don't
6 to 8 almonds in a cup of milk there, guys. That's pretty in a 1 ounce container. So that's terrible.
Pay attention to the ingredients. They always add sugar. An 8 ounce pour has 5 grams of added sugar. That's a teaspoon and a quarter of cane sugar per serving. That's too much. When you're buying non-dairy milks, look for no gums, no emulsifiers. My favorite one is Kiki milk.
No gums, no emulsifiers there. It's got some good recommendations.
Otherwise, they have the emulsifiers, which can be very bloating for your tummy, especially for the young ones. So avoid these and try to get the better ones.
Okay, right. So you've got it there, guys. He's telling it straight there. Emulsifiers. That's what is used to blend oils into regular liquids there. Pong pong binu is an example of an emulsifier there. It breaks down the oil so it can be blended with liquids. So yeah, I tend not to buy almond milk. I stick with the real milk. Okay, even Korean milk. I'm from New Zealand. Fonterra milk is exported worldwide and held 30% of the market, but I still prefer real milk. Okay, and when I drink Korean milk there. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Korean milk from Korean cows, produced locally there. How do you enjoy your milk? I like my milk with black tea. Okay, Earl Grey teas. I like a good milk in there, so it's really nice. Okay, how do you like your milk in Korea? Are you having it with cereals there? Are you using it for like cooking at all? Are you putting in your latte? All right. You can get frappuccinos and those kind of things with soy or almond milk alternatives. I know that the Baekjeongwon, Baektabang is offering it there. Starbucks has got it there, but amazingly, Mega Coffee doesn't. Perhaps they don't see a market for it there. Okay, now this last one there, guys, is can Seoul stamp out real estate speculation? 부동산 투기. Okay, so just having a look here. Throughout the administrations, the housing affordability has been an issue. Okay, for everyone there, there's been a lot of speculation, and it's just a matter of supply and demand. It's just a matter of supply and demand. Everybody wants to live in Seoul. Why does everybody want to live in Seoul? Okay, you're close to all the amenities. You're close to the good schools. You've got more job opportunities at big companies, big chaebol caving there. You've got the Han River. You've got the nice mountains that surround it there. So generally life is better in Seoul. And of course there's limited land. But what is the unique thing about the Korean real estate market is that we have this thing called 재개발. Okay, so 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old apartments have been slated for demolition, and then they build new towering skyscraping apartments there, 34, 40-story apartments there on that land. Okay, so you can get more tenants in there, and people will actually buy old apartments in the hope that their old apartment complex will be designated for redevelopment. Now, the other thing that's unique about the Korean real estate market is jeonse. Okay, jeonse is a long-term deposit rent. Okay, where you're actually paying a big deposit. Usually about 70 to 80% of the value of the house, and you're parking that with the owner, and they're making money or the interest, or they're investing it there. That's a good stepping stone to get into the market here. Now, the last one is also 청약. Okay, so 청약 is a kind of like a housing lottery scheme where you can put your name down to be picked randomly, okay, to get a space in a redeveloped or a new apartment complex. There are a lot of things that can influence your chances. That is the amount of money you're saving in this 청약 bank account. Okay, it could be the fact that you're, the size of your family. It could be, in my case, there a multicultural family there. 청약's also a kind of thing there. So I've been getting a lot of questions from my students, my young students, my Generation MZs, my mid-level, my mid-30s learners at the big companies there. They're like, Paul, what do you think about the real estate market? I think, Q4 this year would be a great time to get in, no later than Q2. As soon as Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve turns the money printer on and interest rates start getting cut, you're going to see a lot more speculation there. And people are always worried about FOMO, fear of missing out. It's now or never. 지금 안 사면 평생 아파트 못 사. Okay, for that one there. They're always worrying about that one there. So it is a buyer's market. It's going to be some very good deals. I just forgot one more. 깡통 경매. Okay. Mortgagee sales, mortgagee auctions from banks. Okay, there's a lot of those as well because people bought houses in the last boom cycle in 2021. They haven't been able to keep up with the interest payments, and they've had to surrender their house to the banks. So that's another option as well. So what do we got here? We've got 재건축, okay, 재개발, and we've got the 전세, okay, and we've also got the 청약, and then we've also got the 깡통 경매, okay, the mortgagee sales there. So choose your. You can. There are ways to get into the market. There are ways to get in the market there. But the main thing is you have to be diligent. You have to be prudent and frugal, and then save enough seed money to actually get on the rung of the ladder. Okay, that's not easy, but it's not impossible. Okay. It's not easy, but it's not impossible there. If you put your mind to it, you can. You can save money in Korea if you are careful with your money. It's not about how you earn money, guys. It's how you spend it. What's your spending habits there? Do you really need that? Do you really need that car? Do you really need that vacation? Do you really need that 명품 handbag, that luxury handbag? Yeah, in most cases, you probably don't. Think about the future, please, because that eventually becomes your asset. Okay, and with your assets growing, and of course, house prices increasing, that can be something that you can rely on when you retire in your senior years. Once again, thank you for joining us. Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group. Okay, this is another edition of the Hwanseung News. Okay, bringing you to 5 days a week at this time. And may I just remind you this? Yes, we are Hwanseunging. We are transferring. We're transferring between transport. We're transferring between companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, Okay, join me on my journey there. I hope I can provide you some interesting facts and hot issues. Okay, for every day, Monday to Friday, for that. Okay, have a great evening. One more day to the weekend, guys. TGIF tomorrow. Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.